Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is the part 3 in which we'll be focusing on the management of emotional and behavioral problems. We'll be discussing regarding management, in which we will be there are few worksheets as well as videos available for functional behavioral assessment and identification. I want you to watch that, and we will be discussing that in the real time class. Here we are having a few worksheets that may help you understand that how do we carry out ABC function behavior observation form, in which we focus on antecedent, behavior and consequences, and what is actually the purpose of each. That is part of functional behavior. Here again we have more elaborative assessment form from date, time, location, activity, then antecedent, behavior, length of the behavior, as well as consequences. So further, it is the extension of the previous work. Here we have the scatter plot, in which there is solved example as well, in which there is timing and then what sort of behaviors are occurring. Those behaviors have been provided with the symbols, and those have been assigned to the time as well as. Here is another scatterplot example, in which the codes have been used: appropriate behavior, verbal aggression and physical aggression. This can be kept by the teacher, or this can be kept by the. Here it is the scatterplot, that is weekly scatterplot. Here it is a huge ABC form, in which activity is there, then there is behavior, then there is target behavior, and it tells about that how the modification. Intervention should be based on biopsychosocial environmental mode. Intervention should deal with the function and the cause of the behavior. So when we carry out FBAs, it helps us understand that which behaviors have to be addressed, and what are the antecedents, what are the triggers, what are the consequences which help in modifying the behavior of the child. The modified behavior should always be overt, measurable and objective, and interventions can be used in order to modify the behaviors. Instructional interactions, that is the teacher behavior targets for intervention. Instructional talk can be done, in which the child is instructed what to perform or what to carry out. Then they are provided with the opportunities in which they can actually respond. Like, we create situation in which the modified behavior has to occur or can take place, so we can compliment or appreciate the child, as well as we can see that if it is happening. Feedback is given to the child after a modified behavior takes place, and the behavior is always given praise, which is contingent upon the required behavior. We have discussed appreciation and the teacher appraise, which may be for the academic outcome, or which may for the task engagement, which may for decrease in the inappropriate behavior. For example, if the child has a behavior of biting, and that is becoming lesser and lesser day by day, so that inappropriate behavior is reducing, so the teacher. The possible solutions have to be looked up, for which the teacher monitors their own instructional behaviors towards the students who engage in the problem behavior. Self-evaluation is carried out by the child. He or she can focus on prediction, sharing of observed rates of praise can be taken up by them, that the child is able to understand and reports about that I did that, so I was praised. So examples of effective praise can be taken. Then further the child can be trained, and the child may indulge in self training, as well as can develop goal settings along with the therapist or the intervention components. Classroom organization and management program may be used. Teacher self-monitoring is also very much important, so that the teacher may know about that if something is not happening, it may be because of her own behavior or her own instructions. Good behavior game can be played, in which it is kind of acting out, in which the student tries to behave in other way, that is a good behavior. There can be 3 to 5 hours of behavior consultant in classroom each week. Tutoring 3 times per week, which can enable a child to become more affluent in language. And interventions for disruptive behavior, attention and distractibility, and starting and stopping the work. Preferential seating in front. The child should be placed in front or the middle of the classroom, not at the back. Reward should be given for the on-task behavior. They should be always mentioning in the daily report card, and non-verbal behavior should be also emphasized. Organization skills, there should be clear instructions given, that is one instruction at one time, and there should be always alpha commands. Homework folders should be managed, organized. Rewards for writing down assignments, having agenda book signed, bringing assignment to home or school, that may be signed by the parents, that is a daily report card or a diary. For overactivity, it is usually said that they should be having seating on the edge of the room so that the child can move around without disturbing the other children in the class. There should be always instruction given to the child that the child should be taking permission for the frequent breaks, and the child should be informed regarding that how many breaks may be taken. Reward for staying seated in the seat and daily report card should be used. If the behavior is blurting out, butting in, so the reward can be for raising a hand before speaking and waiting for the turn and not taking the turn of another person, writing down instead of blurting out, and again usage of daily. Reward systems are not bribes. These are reinforcement plans that are very much difficult to do so consistently. We may be using those rewards that are considered to be reinforcers by the individual, by the client, by the child, and we often try to use the reinforcers rather than using the punishments in order to increase the performance. Social rewards work best, that is, you appreciate a student in front of all the rest of the class, or you make the other students clap for the child, for instance. It's again a reward or appreciation. Use your reward points or chips to buy typical reward activities. You may develop a reward menu as well that is rewarding, what is rewarding for a particular child. Daily report card, we have been continuously discussing about it. It is basically we set up a daily index card in which there may be 3 or 4 behaviors and rate the child 2 to 5 times per day on those particular behaviors, which is basically a checklist. Use an understandable rating system that the child can understand. Total points at the end of the day should be given to the child, and on the basis of those points, then reinforcement can be generated. It depends that on what behaviors or what points or what where you would be actually providing the reinforcer, and you would be explaining that to the child. Use school or home-based rewards. You can also involve the family members in reward system. Behaviors are always that what complete tasks have been performed. It may be regarding the play, it may be regarding the academic activities, it may be regarding speaking politely with parents, elders, authority figures, or the students in the class. Rate each behavior generally from a 1 to 5 scale twice per day at least. Send cards home and have parents so that they have a track of what the child has done. Emotion recognition training so that the child would be able to track his own emotions, recognize them, identify them, and manage. Thank you folks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more and like and share the video. Click the small bell icon that appears beside the subscription button to receive the notification the minute our video is uploaded. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.